Jason White threw 3 more touchdown passes on Saturday, 2 to Mark Clayton, as the Sooners improved to 8-0 with a 34-20 win at Colorado. We'll break down every play with head coach Bob Stoops next on Sooner Football 2003.
Angle to the right. Fake. Here's a look. A fly pass to the end zone. And touchdown Oklahoma. A lot of this. And he's right out of the body. And he's sacked. He is sacked. Sooner fans, about 30,000 in attendance, cheering their team as Oklahoma is the 89th Rose Bowl game champions.
At the 9-yard line to the 10, and a 51-yard kick to the 20, to the 25, 30. Oh, what a great run to the 40. He can go all the way. 50. Kick. Oh, it's blocked. Straight block. Big straight block this into the end zone. And the Sooners are going to recover for a touchdown. Short drop, looks down the middle, lobs a long pass downfield, touchdown Oklahoma! And the Sooners are Big 12 champions. Tremendous.
And hi everyone, welcome to the program. And Bob, the Sooners, you guys win for the 3rd time in 11 months over Colorado, a club that had won the Big 12 North 2 times previously, 2 years previously, and you get after the Buffs last night.
It was a good solid win going to Colorado to win. People forget the fact that they haven't lost in their stadium since 2000. That's a lot of football games, and you know, they play well at their place. It's a team, like you said, it's won back-to-back North Divisions. It's won the Big 12 championship just 2 years ago, fought us for it last year. They're a prideful team, and again, going to their place to play, they have a little extra for you, especially when you come in #1 in the country. So we had a hard-fought win, had good control of the game early till the 4th quarter. They ran a couple of fakes. One was poorly. I did a very poor job in the one punt situation when we felt they were going to do something. Should have had our defense out there, and they made a nice call and made a nice play. So anyhow, they got a few things going there that made it tight. And in the end, though, what's great about it is our character was tested, our toughness was tested. Our backs are against the wall away from home, and we come up with some big plays again and answer, and answer back and win again in a place that not many people have won in the last 2.5, 3 years.
Well, you went again by double digits. The only game this year you haven't done that was down at Tuscaloosa. I believe that was a 7-point game. And if you look at the numbers through 3 quarters, it was 3-1 in first downs, and that's even despite the fact you had 3 turnovers, total yardage, and so forth. You had the game under control through 3.
We really did. Played very solid. I think we were up 27-20 at the end of the 3rd quarter. Yeah, 27-7. I'm sorry, right. 27-7. And we're playing in a pretty good way, but the problem was we did have 3 turnovers, or we could have had more points, and you can't do that. Just careless with the football, which hasn't been the way we do things. And so we still felt like we could have had more points than we did. And then we let them get a few things there with the fakes going, and a 4th down conversion that led to another touchdown for them, and it made it tight. But in the end, looking back on it, it's really probably a great thing that's happened. Again, because it got challenged, got tested, character gets tested in those situations, and guys kept their poise, kept executing, and made plays when they had to secure the win and to win a game.
We're going to talk a little bit later about Bedlam, but you had talked about after the Iowa State win leading up to Texas that the players were fairly calm and then realized that a big game was coming and were very excited. Was there anything similar to that last night in Boulder?
Oh, very similar. Yes, guys are excited about the challenge in front of them, and recognize it as that, and it'll be a big one. It'll be a big step and a big game leading into the end of the conference race. So definitely there was that feeling in the locker room, and we're looking forward to that challenge again this week.
All right, when we come back, we'll take a look at 1st quarter action from last night in Boulder. Talk to the coach a little bit later about more Bedlam. Stay with us. Back in a moment.
It helps us in a big way. It's tough to play on the road in the Big 12, especially Colorado. We hadn't won here since '88, so it's good for us to come on the road and play a tough team. We had our backs against the wall a couple of times, and we did the things that needed to be done to win. So it was a big challenge for our team, both sides of the ball, and special teams. And you got to give all the credit in the world to Colorado. They came out and they played excellent.
Yeah, it's hard to win a game on the road. When the season's the season's getting long, and it's easy just to not come prepared and everything. But it shows some toughness for us to be prepared and come up here and win a tough one on the road.
Oh, that's big. It's good for us to come in and be in that type of situation and to be able to pull it out like we did.
Pardon me, Bob, that's 4 years in a row you start 7-0, and you kind of broke a trend, didn't you?
Yes, I was surprised that the media never picked up on it last week. We had talked about it as a team. For the last 3 years, this is 4th year that we have started off 7-0. But the last 2 years, after being 7-0, we went on the road in 2001 to Nebraska and lost, and 2002 to Texas A&M and lost in our 8th game on the road. So our players really, were focused, understood that, we needed to have a little more effort, a little more concentration, focus. So let's make sure we get this. And I told them we've done it before in 2000. Yeah. In 2000, our 8th game we won. So it doesn't have to be that way. Let's focus in here, play as well as we can, and let's get another victory.
I think we saw a couple of the guys who probably got game balls, but what did you end up doing, Bob, in the locker room?
Some guys, excellent play. Mark Clayton, of course, another huge night with a bunch of catches, about 100 yards. Ronaldo Works and Kewan Jones had great days rushing. Our tailbacks rushed for 211 yards, with Ronaldo getting 130. Had a great day. Jason White had another excellent day. What was he, 19 of 28 for 250 yards, 3 TDs, another great day. Defensively, Tommy Harris given a game ball up front, and Calvin Thibodeau, a new guy in the rotation. Right? The guy hadn't played much, and special teams have been overlooked. These guys have played great. Trey DiCarlo and Blake Ferguson. Blake had a 52-yard average, hung it high where they couldn't return it. And Trey was perfect on the night. Yeah. Kickoffs and extra points was really solid.
Well, Blake Ferguson likes it. His leg wasn't very tired, and he takes him home with game ball.
That's right.
All right, let's go to first half highlights, rather, up in Boulder, Sooners and Colorado. And the Buffalo leads out the University of Colorado's football team.
You want to make sure you stay out of the way of Ralphie. He starts heading down the sideline. Make sure the players are off to the side and not out there when he goes touring around.
Bob, your team is the last out most every time. Is that something that...
I never realized that. I have no idea. We kind of go through our routine and head to the locker room. Sometimes the officials are holding us. Sometimes they kind of dictate when we can get on the field. I like getting on with a couple of minutes. At least you get a chance to warm up and loosen up a little bit. Good kickoff there out of the end zone there to start with. They start off with a counter. Teddy Lehman with another solid tackle. We had great run defense. I believe they only rushed the entire night for 40-some yards, which is great. And they've always been a good. There's Tommy Harris flushing them out of the pocket, and Larry Burdine gets the sack, I think. But Tommy does all the work. Watch Tommy in here chasing them. Larry's on the ground and gets the sack.
It's sort of like Tommy's stance all year.
Isn't that how it goes? That's just unfortunate. Tommy's played a great game again, but we don't worry about that. It's good defense there to start the game off and stop them right off the bat and give our offense great field position to start.
Sooners will do what they've done all year. Let's score on the first drive.
Not much to start with. Going to throw a screen right here to Ronaldo. Good block initially by Vince Carter. Ronaldo gets it up inside there, close to a first down. We got third and 1. Great call by our offensive coaches, Chuck Long, Coach Wilson, and all our offensive coaches go for it right here on third and 1. They fake the run, try and draw everybody up inside, and Brandon Jones does a great job beating his man one-on-one. Jason throws a perfect ball again. Look at the ball up there, perfect spiral right in stride. It's not easy. Some players will underthrow that ball. Someone comes back and gets it. Some players can overthrow that ball. So he puts it right on the money in a big play to start the game.
And there's Trey DiCarlo. We'll have the holder, Matt McCoy, here a little later, but he has kicked so well for you, Bob. I think 16 of 17 now in field goals.
Yes, he's been excellent. Matt does a great job. People, you watch professionals, look at right there, Wayne Chambers hit him right as he's throwing the football, but a good play for them to pick up the first down. Watch the blitz here by Wayne, just a half second late, and they do a nice job completing it. But Matt McCoy, you see professional holders missed, putting the ball down for their kickers and all, and he does a great job. Watch Antonio Perkins here. They're trying a quick screen. He beats the block at the line of scrimmage and tackles him for a good loss. That's a great play by Antonio Perkins. Here's a screen right here. Played well, defended. Dante Nicholson saw it developing and came off and made an excellent tackle.
3 consecutive plays of losses.
Good defense, good position on the ball, good tackling. Here we come with another blitz and get to him. I believe that's Brandon Everidge, if I remember correctly, coming in there on the blitz. You see we've got he and Brandon Shelby on one side, and Brandon Everidge ends up sniffing him out and gets the sack. Corey Klein helping him.
Fair catch by Perkins. Sooners take it over.
Good run right here, a good block there by J.D. Runnels. Watch Ronaldo hits a perfect seam, and really, he's really showing some nice patience, letting the holes develop, and then he's hitting them, and that was an excellent play and got a face mask. Watch the block out there by J.D. Runnels, who's going to be on later. Jamal Brown, Travis Wilson blocking. Ronaldo does an excellent job getting the ball up in the seam, and they yank him down by the face mask. So he gets another 15 there, and it's a good pickup.
38 yards, in fact.
Good run here. The stop, cut up inside, and gets 3 or 4, which is a solid game. Up inside again for a good, strong run.
Bob, how has he improved? What areas?
Well, he's making more plays. Look at the protection right here, which gives us a chance to deliver the ball. They had a blitz. We protected it well. Get interference in the end zone. Ronaldo's just finding the seam better. Timing up when he's hitting the hole, and patience to find the crease, and he's getting good blocking. Look at J.D. Runnels knock his guy really out of the picture right there, and Ronaldo works, sticks it in the end zone.
Well, Ronaldo knows that he can just kind of mark off the guy that J.D. Runnels is going after and
just follow him.
Yeah.
You're going to have something good happen usually.
So the Sooners score again, and it's 14-0 before you know it.
That's how you want to start. You're on the road, and you're not hearing much from the crowd at this point.
Well, I think what you are hearing is that the Oklahoma fans who were worried about whether you're focused and ready to go, at that point they're probably saying that's not an issue. No,
I felt all along like we were prepared and ready to play. Jeremy Bloom gets an excellent return here. He's a great return man. Also, there's Mark Clayton, MVP on offense, one of them, and then again a great player on their special teams. But they get a big return there. It's going to help set up their touchdown. Here we've got a blitz on, and that's a nice dive and catch. Hey, to give them credit, they made a nice play, and it's going to happen sometimes.
Vickers for one.
Jonathan Jackson with the tackle. There we not able to get to him, and they dunk it underneath. We had good coverage downfield and throw it up short, and just a little late getting to him. Good tackle here by Derek Strait, that's Steve Voracek. Here we come with the blitz. Force a high throw, good play. We got third down and not quite able to get to him, and just miss a tackle on third down, and he picks up the first down. So they're working us. Good play by them. Good tackle there by Brodney Poole.
How'd Brodney Poole play?
Played very well again. Very, very good game, very solid. Here, just a well-timed up route. Get the ball out there just underneath us. We had a soft coverage on, and they did a nice job. And here Antonio just needed to continue to look outside. He kind of turned his back inside. There's too much room out there, and allowed the receiver just to fade away from him and make a good play.
Hackett on the reception, 14-7.
Really poor here. This, Dante Hickson's in there with Jason with the handoff, and just doesn't secure the football, doesn't get a clean handoff, and that's on Dante. He's got to be able to hold that ball and take care of it. Good play there by Teddy Lehman. They run a counter play. We hit him in the backfield, and they lose 5.
And that'll do it for the first quarter. Stay with us when we come back. It is Oklahoma leading by a touchdown. We'll see you in a minute. 2nd and 1, Colorado driving, a big play here.
Yeah, we're fortunate here. They get it up, you know, trying to hit it up inside. And it looked like they never really did secure the handoff, kind of like we did earlier. And so we're fortunate that they fumble it right back to us. Dante Nicholson picks it up. Well, I guess, you know, he had it, but anyway, pops it out, and Dante Nicholson does a nice job getting it off of the goal line and getting it upfield, getting a few yards, and getting it off the end zone.
So the Sooners take it over at the 11-yard line.
Good run there by Kewan Jones. Good cut, good getting it up inside for about 6, which is a good gain. Good blocking right here. Juwan Rankin's really good job with the screen, good job running with the ball. Bottle us up right here.
This one will be a pickup of 11 yards.
It's a good play by Jason. Bought himself some time in the pocket scrambling and just waited for someone to break open and give him the football.
That one to Rankins, overthrown, 2nd and 10.
Good run here. Good block by J.D. on the perimeter, and again, good job by Ronaldo waiting for the crease and then hitting it and getting a good gain.
3rd down conversion, Jason White.
Now here's, they break it up, and linebacker makes an excellent play, diving for the football. Looked like on our replay, I don't know that when he had 2 hands on the ball and as it hit the ground and then he rolled over with it. But hey, you know, you got to count on the officials that are right there to make a good call. So fortunately for us, that's what it was, and we got to punt it and back them up here. Good job there by Corey Klein getting over and making a good strong tackle. Corey Klein, as always, still playing very well and making a lot of good plays. Good job there. Wayne Chambers, Derek Strait, good play there on the outside counter play.
So while he was in there, Chambers slowed a little bit by the injury, but he played well?
Played well. Yes, he did. Dusty Dvorak, again, he's played awfully well all year. Drives his guys. You watch him right there driving his guard back and gets off and makes a great sack. Good play by Dusty. Here I thought we were going to have something. Perk, it's not like him, but we get around the corner right here. We have one guy to beat, and just didn't finish our block with them, and they make a nice play and tackle and bottle them up. We're close.
Good field position for the Sooners.
Jason White going up top there to Mark Bradley, and they interfere him or jam him as the ball goes up in the air, so picks up a 1st down.
Ronaldo Works will carry it for 5 yards, excuse me, for 3 yards.
Here we come back with the toss sweep. It's well executed on the perimeter. Good job by Ronaldo running. Good strong run, finishing the run. See us out there trying to reach him, Wes Sims and J.D. out in front. There's Mark Clayton with a good strong block. Fake the draw play and not able to hit the square end in behind it. This is Dante Hickson, and they ruled his forward progress had stopped and the whistle had blown. So, you know, again, we're lucky though. We shouldn't count on that. They need to finish with the football, and I don't like playing like that. And get another good snap by Jacob Rice, Matt McCoy, great hold, and Trey DiCarlo with a perfect kick for 42 yards. You don't take those for granted. Good points.
So it is 17-7 right now.
Great kick by Trey DiCarlo right here. We saw their front line really lined up deep and really was sinking before the kick, and Trey was really good at doing this, you know, just been practicing it. Just bloops it, lets it go 10 yards, and then falls on it. And he's really good job by other guys protecting the guy coming after it. So well executed. We felt we had a shot to get it and did. And now we've got the ball with about 4 minutes to go before half, hoping to get another score. And start off great. There's Kewan Jones with a nice screen, good blocks out in front of him. was score, I believe, at 17-7. We're, hoping to get, at least a field goal, get another touchdown before the half, and we're on our way here. We're going to end up not getting it, but there's a good run, and just barely tripped up. Guy comes off a block late, and so here it is, 3rd down. Great pickup here. Watch Jason sit in the pocket, deliver a nice ball to Mark Clayton for the 1st down. Good protection there.
One of those was a 4th down, wasn't it, that you decided to go for?
That may have been right there, the 4th down play. Just, again, felt we got an opportunity for points here right before the half, so we're pushing for it. Here's 3rd and 2, and our motion man there is supposed to step out and pick that blitz up. He saw it late, and that's how the game gets played. They do a nice job executing their blitz and beat them to the quarterback. And so instead of getting points, we fumble it, and we felt we would at least had a field goal and get nothing out of it. And there's Jonathan Jackson with good pressure and end the half.
17-7, Sooners lead right now. Matt McCoy joins us when we come back, along with J.D. Runnels. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the program. And, Bob, I'm going to ask you to introduce these guys because you have some guys who are champions on and off the field, but they were before they got here.
Definitely some special guys. We'll start to my left, Matt McCoy, who's from Tulsa at Jenks High School, right? And while Matt's time there, won 3 state championships and 1 in track, right, Matt? Yep. And
Wow.
So Matt McCoy works in our dime package, often in there in our dime and nickel packages, and always our holder on all our PAT field goals, and does an incredible job with that. You never take that for granted. And then to your right, we got J.D. Runnels out of Carl Albert High School up in Oklahoma City, and also was won 3 state championships as
Pretty
a high
good.
school player there, and a track state championship. So it's a couple of great players for us, and really do a super job.
Guys, what's it like? We've got bookend champions here. What's it like when you win a championship? Do you not come back and expect it, high school to college?
Well, definitely. Coming here to Oklahoma was a big factor. Was the championships, and I expected, what Coach Stoops was saying. We expect championships here, and that's one thing we expected in high school. And it was just a transition that was very easy for me.
Man,
it was a little different when I came out. I came in when Coach Stoops first got here, and you wasn't exactly tearing it up back then. So, Rocky Calmus was here, and he'd won a lot in Jinx, and he was kind of like, it's a little different, but we obviously got things turned around, and on the right track now. So,
JD, what's as we're watching you about? I always call you Kiwan and Ronaldo's personal escort. What do you like the best? What play do you like the best, and what do you look forward to the most? When you're out there blocking, pass blocking, run blocking. What is a couple of your favorite plays?
Well, I definitely have to say the ISO is definitely probably the best because, everything just kind of clears out and it's just you one-on-one. And, if you make a good block, then everybody sees it. And, if you don't make a good block, then everybody knows that it was your guy that made the tackle. But I also like pass blocking because, we get to protect Jason, and you get a lot of credit for that. And, we take pride in not getting him hit.
We just saw you catch a touchdown there, a touchdown pass. I got to tell you, I always go into the offensive coaches, tell them you got to give some sugar to JD now. Look, so we got to get you some passes and a few plays here and there to get some touchdowns. You see right there, a great block. Keeps blocking after he knocks his helmet off.
JD, how is it playing against your own linebackers here, blocking them versus when you go into other games?
Teddy Lehman and Wayne Chambers and all the Pasha Jackson, Russell Dennis, and all those guys are just so fundamentally sound that when we work on the week, we go a couple periods against each other. It makes it so much easier because our guys are they just play so hard and they have a passion for the game, unlike other linebackers, and they just make it so much easier on me because I'm so well prepared for the other team.
Speaking of being in the right place at the right time, your man here doesn't bust very often, does he?
No, Matt does a great job again in our dime and nickel packages, but also what I value so much is points and holding the ball and all the PATs, all the field goals. And you watch the NFL every week, guys will botch them and not get the ball where it needs to be, and Matt's just done a super job. And Matt, let's talk. Well, now, Jacob, there's been a time or two he's laid a couple on the ground that you have to mishandle. What's the hardest one to handle when you're trying to get it set all the time?
Those low ones, the ones that are on the ground, sometimes are a little tougher to handle because they kind of might bounce and you know, it can go a little sideways. So,
What do you say to Jacob when that happens?
like, man, making me earn my scholarship back here.
Well, of course, one of the plays you'll be most remembered for was the pass against Missouri. And Bob, you played a little high school quarterback, so you had a guy that you knew could throw it.
That's right. What was your read there, Matt? And when you threw it, I said, "Oh no, not to him. I was thinking of someone else."
Well, you know, the guy that kind of lined up over Chris Chester, I saw him get by him, and I just, you know, I knew that he got a step by him, but he forgot to tell me to read the backside safety coming across. So, you know, I just threw it up, and Chris went.
Well, people don't realize Matt was a high school quarterback also.
Yeah.
So I had confidence in his arm. And were you nervous at all going out there for the play? There it is, right there. How, you know, when we got it called, what are you thinking in the huddle, or do you have time to?
No, it's one of those things. We practiced it so much, and you know, I just knew that I just had to go out and execute. I didn't have time to think about other things. So that's just the way all of our coaches have got us, our mentality, you know.
Guys, we don't have a whole lot of time here left, but you both being Oklahoma kids, let's talk Bedlam. Big game for you. You're looking forward to it?
Oh, definitely. You know, I can't lie, we definitely had this one circled, but you know, we have to take every game week by week, and this definitely is going to be a huge step for us, and you know, it's just going to be part of our goal.
Matt?
Yeah, you know, growing up in the state, I've seen OSU and OU go at it my whole life, really, and I've gone to a lot of those games. And this is, you know, a lot of the guys that are from Texas, you know, they don't really see what Oklahoma State and OU is all about. But growing up here, I've seen that my whole life, and you know, it's definitely going to be a big week for us, and we're really looking forward to it.
Well, thanks for coming by. Great work so far, guys, and keep it up.
Yes, sir.
All right, stay with us. We'll come back for third quarter highlights. Sooners played very, very well in the third quarter. Stay with us. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that with two Oklahomans who are certainly champions. And Bob, at halftime you went in and wanted to play like champions coming out after a pretty solid first half.
Sure, you know, it's 17-7. We feel like you know, defense is settled in and playing well, and offensively we've really moved the ball. Felt like we've had a few other, you know, with the few of the turnovers, had some opportunities for some more points. But we're going to get the ball right coming out of half. We understood that we were going to receive, and it's really positive though. We come out and we're going to have a 7-minute drive, and we're only going to get 3 points out of it. But that's a good way of starting the third quarter, controlling the clock, moving the ball, gaining field position. And so it's a positive way to start and continue to build on your lead.
All right, let's go to the third quarter highlights. And Bob, you're going to run the ball a lot here in the coming out of halftime locker room. Is that something you talked about?
Well, sure. You know, our coaches are always looking to, you know, what's working, what looks good, and you know, what haven't we done that we probably should. And that's something our offensive coaches are always working on at half. And we do. We come out and run it well. Good start here. Ronaldo, you know, they overplay the sweep to his side. He cuts it back for a nice gain, 15 or so yards, and good way of opening up the second half, again, starting to gain field position. Good blocking out in front. Everybody just stays on their blocks. He ends up cutting it back, and Jason started running down with them like he was going to block somebody. We're all over there yelling, no, no.
Pickup of 17, actually. A pickup of 5 coming up right here.
Good run here, you know, or
no, I guess that
minus
boy,
5.
I'm messing you up here. Yeah, loses 5, but Brandon Jones, I do know this. This is a 14-yard completion.
This is a good play here on I believe it was second and real long after the lost yardage play. And look at Jason standing in the pocket, good protection, and throws a strike right to Brandon Jones. And he's just shy of the first down, so we're going to go for it here, third down. And good running, good blocking up inside. You like that short yardage run game there, and punches it up inside for almost 10. Good blocking, Davin Joseph at the point of attack. And good job by Ronaldo, seeing the crease.
Is this a design shovel pass?
No. That's just Jason was about to be sacked, saw JD right there, and we just didn't see the blitz in time to come back and pick it up. Still here, good pickup here to Mark Clayton. Another good throw by Jason.
It's the third down conversion.
Great throw again on third down in the hole there to Brandon Jones. Good execution, good play. Here we go with the sweep again. Gets around the corner, and Travis Wilson needs to get out of his way. He ends up making the first hit, but still I think we pick up 4. And nice job on the draw again here to Kewan Jones.
That's a pickup of 13 down to the 11.
Good run, good blocking. There they, again, blitz us up inside, and we don't do a very good job picking it up. And as well as Jason in some of those cases like this needs to realize that, you know, with that type of blitz, he needs to get up and give his receiver a chance.
And
he
what
got
was
poked,
the eye in?
He just got poked in the eye, and again, wasn't intentional at all, I don't believe. They were just rushing and got a finger in the eye, kind of scratched it, and it's a little bit blurry, and once he got it cleared up, it still was a little bit blurry, but it should be fine now. And just not able to execute on that third down, so we take it all the way down to the 4-yard line, end up getting a field goal and using 7 minutes.
Score now 20-7, and we have DiCarlo kicking off. I know that eye was causing him some problems. Looking from the press box, he was closing one eye, using the other to look to the sideline for some signals. So
yeah, it was still a little blurry, but cleared up later in the game as it went on. Brandon Shelby with the excellent play there, tackles him on the 15 on our kickoff coverage. Brandon Shelby always making plays in about every game. Good strong tackle. Here they try a pump and go, a double cut, as everybody likes to talk about it. Stop and go, slant and go, double cut. But great job by Antonio Perkins, seeing it, feeling it, comes out and makes a great catch. Great play. Gives us the ball back inside the 50. And good start there. Keywan Jones running hard, gets a nice pickup.
gain of 7. This will be a gain of 4 to move the chains.
Initially that was kind of blocked up, but Keywan did a nice job finding a soft spot and getting something. Here they come with the blitz again, and just forced to throw it a little bit high.
Bob, what did they do with blitzes that caused you more problems last night than in other games?
A couple of them, like there's no blitz. That's a great play by Jason. He's getting hit on third down as you watch it. Just a 4-man rush comes off of our guard, and but still delivers a strike for a first down. There a couple, one or two of them were a blitz we've seen from about everybody, which, you know, other times we've handled it. That's the game you play. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. One other blitz that they had where they blitzed everybody up inside was something a little new, a little different that, you know, we'll work on and hopefully be a little more prepared for the next time.
Nice run by Ronaldo Works.
Good run. Here now, this isn't going to be such a good one. They penetrate us, and you watch Ronaldo swinging the football, and you can't do that. Ronaldo has usually been very reliable with the football, and that's disappointing. It hurts us. We're going to at least get a field goal or a touchdown down here, and we end up throwing them the ball back and get nothing. After a good drive. So. You can't swing the football, like that. You have to keep it tight, high and tight, as everyone says, and take care of it. Good defense here, though. They don't, they're not able to get anything. We force them to punt back on their own 10-yard line. Good, solid D.
And this will set up very good field position for the Sooners.
And Antonio Perkins with a good return. Anytime you get up in there and get 10, 12 yards, that's a good return. So we give our offense the ball right at the 40. Start off with a good draw play to Keywan Jones. Come back the other way with it, and he hits it up inside the other way for good, 6, 7 yards. And
actually 8, 2nd and 2.
Again to Keywan up inside for the first down on the off-tackle power.
Big play.
Here we come with the corner route. Good protection here. And Mark Clayton runs an excellent corner route for a touchdown. Good big play by Mark, and an excellent throw again by Jason White.
Do you have a post underneath that, or
a post on top of it, and the corner route comes out behind it?
Pretty tight spiral on that one.
Everybody calls that and everywhere the fork route. So for whatever reason, and anyway, it's a corner route by the inside receiver.
And an outstanding third quarter for the Sooners. There you saw the score. They're on top 20-7. We come back, fourth quarter action. And we take it to fourth quarter action, 4th and 31.
Yeah, this is where we have a guy that's rushing the punter. You see, gets blocked out there on the right side, and And again, that's just a poor decision on my part not to have our defense still out there, knowing that they're behind 20 in the fourth quarter, to keep our defense out there and force them to, you know, just fair catch the ball and get it back. Great pressure there by Lynn Magruder, and gets a sack. We had 7 sacks on the day, which was excellent. Get Teddy jumping over a blocker right there trying to blitz, and the quarterback pulls the ball down and gets a significant gain. But it's 3rd and short here, I guess, 3rd and 3 or 4. Steps up in the pocket and just dunks it underneath and barely gets the first down. Play action. Again, got pressure there and forces a 4th throw.
Hurry by Klein.
Here we go again, just a little dunk underneath, and Jonathan Jackson with the tackle almost popped the ball out. Here they go up inside for almost a catch, but Antonio Perkins does a nice job wrestling it out of there. Here's the fake. We have it covered. Wayne Chambers covered him, but he just kind of panics running downfield and was holding him, and it was a good call. He didn't realize, you know, Antonio, we weren't going to, you know, he was looking for the fake and had him covered deep, and he just kind of panicked and grabbed him and didn't need to. But that's the way it goes sometimes. Here we miss, just kind of not in position to make a tackle, and makes us miss him and gets in the end zone for a touchdown.
Calhoun is the man on the receiving end of that from Klatt. So it's 27-14 after the, I think that was the block on the extra point?
No.
No, it's coming up with Rodney Poole a little later. Yeah.
Good punt here. Again, Blake Ferguson had an average, only had 2 punts, but for at 52-yard average is excellent, and hung them high where we were able to get down and cover on Bloom.
Hackett for 4.
Just short throws, and there they kind of stick it up just enough for the first.
Thibodeau on the stop, 3rd and 1, makes it 1st and 10.
Well, we tipped that ball. Jonathan Jackson tipped it, and they still ended up catching for 5. And they're just kind of, there's a good defense, and you know, we're hustling, playing. We held them to only, I believe, 227 total yards, which is, you know, good defense. Once in, you know, so there's a 4th down play. Here's we had them on 4th down, thinking we got a chance to stop, and they pick it up there on a corner route. Again, good execution on their part.
Klatt pretty accurate. He's a pretty nice quarterback as a walk-on.
Yes, he's done a nice job for him. He's an older guy that, you know, a guy that's played baseball, and here they get it and just get it in for a touchdown. So again, well executed on their part, and they kind of just worked it down, and we weren't able to come up with the play, and they get a touchdown. And watch Brodney Poole jump, gets over the line and blocks it. Again, Brodney's a big guy that's got a 42-inch vertical jump, and he can get up.
So it's 27-20. Sooners still have the 7-point lead.
There's about 4.5 minutes left, and they don't have any timeouts. So we know we've got to pick up a 1st down or 2, and good running to start with. Got the clock moving. Here it is, 3rd down, and or no, I'm sorry, this is 1st down, I believe. Kewan Jones up inside. Again, just moving the clock. Want to keep it moving. Here's a screen. We figured it was safe. We almost dropped it. Don't want to stop the clock. 3rd and 6 right here. There's only about 2 minutes to go. Or just over 2.5 minutes, I believe it was. And it's a great play by Jason. He's about to get hit as he throws the ball to Mark Clayton. Mark makes a great catch and a great run for a touchdown after the catch. We caught him in straight man-to-man. They kind of, you know, they sold the farm, I guess, so to speak, and blitzed everybody, and we rolled away from it there, and Jason just moving to his left, which isn't easy to do, put the ball right on Mark's hip there for a 1st down, and then Mark does so much more with it.
So does Chuck Long, do you anticipate blitz? And it looks like all people executed because you had the block backside there.
Yes, we figured and had a strong idea they were blitzing, and Chuck, and again, all our offensive coaches, excellent call to get out and not only pick up the 1st down, which we could have run out the clock, but to get a touchdown.
So it's 34-20, and that will do it. There are a couple more series, mini-series. if you will. Oklahoma stays undefeated. There you see the final score, 34-20. And Bob, we have a few seconds in this segment remaining. This is the point where you probably say, we win, move on, and it's good for you.
Well, it's really good for you. You know, I guess you don't always want it to be so close, but again, to have your back against the wall away from home, a place that they haven't lost a game there again since 2000. We hadn't won there since 1988. And so it could have been easy to get the chips down and fold the tent, but not for us. You know, that's not a good way of characterizing us, but so we rallied when we had to, made plays when we had to. Everybody kept their composure, and we still felt all along strong about our opportunity to win, and executed that way to win.
Major game coming up on Saturday, Bedlam football, and we'll talk about it when we come back. Now for this week's OG&E Power Play of the Game.
Jason White throws a pass. It's caught at 44 by Clayton. First down to 50, 45. He comes to right to 40, 35, 30, 25. He's at the 20. He's at the 15. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. Touchdown, Oklahoma. No flags on the field.
OG&E Power at the speed of life. And that sets up Bedlam, 2:30. There you see it here in Norman. Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. And Bob, I don't know, ESPN Game Day is going to be here with Chris Lee and Kirk. It originates live from Norman this week. 4th time since 2001 Game Day has been in Norman, and the 12th time over the last 4 seasons they've been at the OU games. That's an unbelievable statistic. I would imagine the atmosphere at this game would be as feverish as I can ever remember it.
Oh, I would surely imagine that. Not only our fans, I guess everybody, and with College Game Day coming as well. It's a big game. You know, here we are, 8-0, number 1 in the country and undefeated. They're coming in 7-1, ranked 15th in the country. So it's a big game, and both of us pushing for an opportunity for the Big 12 South championship and to have a Big 12 championship, and so it's a big step in that direction. So you know, it's what you want. It's great college football, and we're excited about the challenge of it.
Just a few seconds. Do you think you go in pretty healthy? I saw Chambers come off. Cody didn't play.
Sure, we'll go in healthier than we did going into Colorado, which is good. All the guys that were a little bit nicked up played through the game and were fine afterwards. And Dan probably could have played. We chose just to hold him and rest him. So we should be a little better than we were going into last week.
All right, congratulations and good luck.
Okay, thanks, Dean.
For the head coach, I'm Dean Blevins. See you next week.
Sooner Football 2000. Sooner Vision presentation for the Sooner Sports Network in cooperation with Sooner Sports Properties.